Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Story Mode. And welcome back to the big island in the sky. One of them, anyway, there's actually several of them, now that I think of it. Anyway, come on, we're gonna go say hi to a dragon. Our grandfather sacrificed everything to protect the realm from Bahamut. We must be prepared to do the same. The Azure Dragoons of history were the mortal enemies of the dragons, yet now they would be hard-pressed to find a soul who understood them better. It was the Ascians who taught Tiamat the secrets of summoning, even as they supplied the Allagans with the means to capture primals. So much suffering, all of it by design. Estinians ready to lead the way to Tiamat. Please. Tiamat awaits. This way. Okay, just rude, but fine. Fine. Come on, Quay friend. Let's try to keep up with all the long-legged ones. Oh, there you are, that's right. Up here with all the wild crystal growth. What's that over there? That also looks fancy. Not actually sure. Might just be more wild crystal growth that also came into contact with a tree and then... neat results. Anyway, not what's important right now. Sorry, I'm here. To think that man is responsible for all of this, and so much else that dragonkind has suffered. Resigned to her fate though she may be, I cannot help but feel that we may be able to help Tiamat. Would she only let us? So this is one of the 7 great worms. Even thus confined to presence is overwhelming. My sire's mortal companion, what bringeth thee back to this forsaken place, child of man?
It's plain she knows naught of recent events. Perhaps you should enlighten her.
Okay, I will do my best summarizing. That my sins should be repeated. I sensed not the faintest stirring. As to who could have called them forth, I know of none save the dragons of Marasidia, our children. The Icon claimed their souls when first he manifested, and robbed of their will, they became tools for the Allagans' dark designs.
I've seen it with my own eyes. Captives of a lost empire, neither alive nor dead, existing only to preserve Bahamut's corporeal form.
Yes. The dragons of Marasidia are at the mercy of this Ascian. There can be no other explanation. Accursed Ascians, vile minions of darkness. Again you would profane the memory of my beloved, and strip our children of their freedom, their dignity. Are there no depths to which you will not stoop?
Your children's pain means nothing to them. They laugh at your kind's suffering. But tears will not right this wrong, nor will lamentation see the perpetrators punished.
What wouldst thou have from me, slayer of dragons?
Behavior befitting a great worm. We came here to ask mighty Tiamat of the First Brood, consort of Bahamut, mother of the dragons of Mericidia, what she intends to do about the crimes committed against her children.
Were I free, I would answer thine insolence with fire. But words shall have to suffice. Recall, mortals, that it was I who did first summon my beloved, praying with all my being to bring him forth. You who contend with icons cannot well be ignorant of the consequence.
You too were exposed to his influence. That you are yet in possession of your own will is testament to the indomitable strength of your soul. But were you to meet with Bahamut again, you fear you might succumb.
Indeed. Ask the Dragon Slayer, and he will tell thee the power we of the First Brood wield. Were I to lose myself to the Icon's influence, all would pay the price. But it is of little matter, for even had I the strength to resist, I yet lack the strength to break my shackles. This prison shall be my tomb.
On the matter of Bahamut's influence, at least, I believe we can be of some assistance. If you're afraid of being enthralled, don't be. We have a cure. And while we've never tried it on one such as you, its basic principles are universal.
Speakest thou in earnest?
There is no future for those bound to the past. That you committed a terrible sin, I do not dispute. But if you feel remorse, you may yet make amends. We offer you that chance. Take it, or you will forever remain a prisoner, not of these cruel shackles, but of your own guilt.
A chance to make amends. To lay Bahamut's memory to rest. When our own star faced annihilation, Hydaelyn granted us sanctuary. And now your foes would bring about her destruction. This I cannot allow. For the debt I owe to Hydaelyn, and to all who have suffered for my sins, I shall fight with you, children of man.
Well, that went pretty good.
It won't make up for what she's suffered at the hands of men, but if there's a chance we can free her, truly free her, we owe it to her to try. I confess, my heart was in my throat when Estinian thought to berate her, but it appears to have had the desired effect. It would seem she still has some pride after all. Let's see if she's as good as her word. While Porxies have been shown to be effective in curing the tempered, Tiamat must be considered a special case. She's far, far larger and immeasurably more powerful than any subject treated thus far. Were we to remove her restraints only to find that the process had failed, we would be hard-pressed to contain her. Then, before going ahead, we should learn as much as we can about the exact nature of her condition. Do you suppose we can find that information here? Why, yes, we can. We can indeed. The Alligans kept detailed records on all their notable captives, and I know exactly where to look. We shall leave that to you, then. In the meantime, the rest of us can turn our thoughts to the removal of those shackles. I know Alphino and Derman here well enough, but not you. Are you certain you're ready to see this through? Rest assured, Saracenian, that I am both ready and willing to give my all for the sake of this star, though that is not my only reason for wanting to set Tiamat free. While I do not claim to know all of her sorrows, I too once found myself in a prison of despair, and I well understand how hard it can be to dare to dream of escape. It took the encouragement of braver souls than I am to make me take the first step towards a brighter future, and now I would help Tiamat do the same. I gather you're not as young as you look. Mayhap when our work here is done, we could trade tales over a pot of Tataru's famous tea. And be indebted to her for the leaves and hot water. I think not. I see. Returning swiftly to the task at hand, then. I believe the nodes governing Tiamat's restraints are located in the sector known as the Flagship. Yes, we are familiar with it. The Etherochemical Research Facility in particular. Oh, you may wish to take this. A spirit vessel containing a small amount of my blood. You just carry the stuff around? Which you just happen to be carrying around with you. I suppose that could seem rather odd. To explain, Rambrus, Urianger, and I are researching the use of spirit vessels in the transference not only of memories, but the traits of certain bloodlines, and so I keep one at the ready should an opportunity to test our theories arise. As for its use to you, you may recall that during our previous visit, the nodes here granted access to restricted functions, having identified me as being of royal blood. And, armed with that spirit vessel, I posit that they will do the same for you, even in the absence of, well, the rest of me. It seemed worth a try, at least. Agreed. We will take good care of it. To the flagship, then. Okie dokie. To wherever the flagship is. Alice and I shall remain here and attend to necessary preparations. In the event that the spirit vessel fails to work as expected, you know where to find me. Good luck. Thank you. It's possible the restraints may have mitigated the effects of her tempering, but Tiamat's been enthralled to Bahamut for thousands of years. To have clung onto her reason through it all says a lot of her strength of will. More than a lot. It's a very good point. But if you'll excuse me, I am falling behind. Alphino! Wait for Derman. And up, and up, and up. Right, this is the flagship, the big sort of floaty thing high up in the center. Where are they? Oh, here they are. I would rather leave these elegant contraptions to you and Alphino. Well, if we need someone to stab them from the sky, who else do we have to turn to? Let us split up and search the flagship for the node that controls Tiamat's restraints. But should you find a likely candidate, do not be tempted to make any adjustments. It would not do to accidentally release some manner of experimental monstrosity, nor less Tiamat herself in her current state. Our objective at this stage is simply to identify the relevant node, or nodes. Once we've learned what we can, we should reconvene and compare notes prior to proceeding. Okay. Touch. Nothing. Got it. Where are these things? Excuse me, you're large and I don't want to deal with you. Where are these things? Alphino? Have you found one? I realize I've said this before, and on more than one occasion, but I never cease to be amazed by Allagan technology. Amazed and disturbed. Yep, those are the two most common takeaways. In my experience. These nodes, or whatever it is you call them, why do they quiver so? Honestly, I don't know. I've never really understood almost anything about these things. But I see I'm going to be doing all the finding around here, so, here's one. Friction between metallic components detected. Temperature increasing to critical levels. Please replace damaged parts or retreat to a safe distance. Oh, maybe I will. I don't think this one's going to help. Others... Wait. Clamorous node. Warning. Scheduled dragon restraint maintenance due in 2,020 years. Failure to verify system integrity may result in unscheduled specimen release. That one sounds more promising. Anyway, maybe just for coverage we'll find a third somewhere. One more. Oh, here we go. Obstreperous node. Now you're just making up words. Data link with Delta Quadrant broken. Possible cause, intruder interference. Advise deployment of automated combat units. Proceed. Please no. Alpha Note, I'm scared to touch anything. Where'd you go? Oh, we're back here. Okay. Infernal things. One of them sent a swarm of mechanical Vilekin to plague me. I must have angered it. What'd you say? I'm afraid Estinian and I have little to show for our efforts. Did you find anything? I did. A node which smelled like burned hair. A chirruping node which spontaneously warned me about neglecting the dragon restraints. And I found a way to activate mechanical sentries, if that's any help. I think the middle one, although I am now just curious what you'll say to the others. I know the one, though I thought the stench more akin to a fire than a manure shed. But it seemed likelier to explode than grant our wish. Surely there must be another. Well, I found a way to activate mechanical sentries. Only if they're willing to lead us to the node we seek, which I somehow doubt. But from what I recall of the flagship's design, the node you found could facilitate communications throughout Azazla, so we may yet find a use for it. Well, there was also the one that mentioned dragon restraints, if that's of any interest. Spontaneously, you say? Well, that does sound promising. Almost suspiciously so, in fact. But then you were in possession of the spirit vessel. I dare say it is indeed the node of which Graha spoke. And it was chirruping, you say? Very well, let's take a closer look. Okay. I believe it was the one just on the other side, over here. What is your assessment of this? How did the Allagans tell these godforsaken things apart? It's a good question. As I suspected, the node will not acknowledge my authority to issue it instructions. Maybe it'll listen to me. Do you wish to operate the dragon restraint mechanisms? You do not have the requisite access privileges. Operation of the dragon restraint mechanisms may only be undertaken by the chief technologist and members of the royal family. Or those with a vessel full of royal blood, perhaps. Maybe don't say that so loud near the node, Alphino. One never knows when a small portion of royal Allagan blood might come in handy, which is why Garahatia keeps this vessel about his person. See, it's not weird. It's very, very normal and reasonable. New user detected. Commencing biometric authentication. Authentication complete. User identified as member of the royal family. Please state your name.
Derman Durami, Alphino Levailleur, Astinian Wormblood. I guess some of these could be funny, but let's not push our luck. I'm Derman. Hello.
Welcome, Derman Durami. You may operate the dragon restraint mechanisms when ready. Error. Unable to disengage restraints of the specimen Tiamat. A system update is required.
A system update? What do you suppose it's asking of us? To smash it to pieces? No, probably not. I could hazard a guess. Well, that's more than I can say. Confounded bloody thing.
User agitation detected. Initiating guidance program. In order to operate the restraint mechanism, I require access to the central control system. However, I am unable to establish a link to said system due to the obsolescence of my own software. This issue can be resolved by applying a system update using the corresponding terminal located within the flagship.
So can this thing release the restraints or not? It can, but only once it's received the requisite system update, as far as I can tell. Until which time it'll float there spewing nonsense.
User dissatisfaction detected. Initiating placation protocols. I am here to help. Rest assured that I will be on hand to guide you through every step of the system update process.
How gratifying. But I dare say we will fare better with guidance than without. Agreed. Who on Azislaw is still around pushing system updates? Incredible support team around here. Dedicated in death as in life. Sid and his colleagues always make operating these Allegan devices seem so easy. I don't know what possessed the Allegans to surround themselves with these chattering orbs, but the fact that they remain while their creators do not speaks volumes. The restrainment node stands poised to lend a hand, figuratively speaking.
Guiding user to terminal. This way, please.
Okie dokie. How far this way are we talking? Kind of halfway across the ship. Gang? Gang, I think I've lost you. Where'd they go? Are you in here? There you are. Don't look at me. This is a task for you and Alphino. I know, I'm just saying hi. This terminal appears to be similar to the one we encountered when we first set foot here. Let us hope it will be equally helpful.
Access granted to user Derman Durami and his adolescent Elazin companion. Master Durami's other companion is deemed a potential risk to safe operation and has been denied access privileges until further notice.
I don't think he'll mind. Let's see. According to the terminal, the central control system is presently employing software version 56.135. Dare I ask which version you're employing?
Why, software version 42.002, of course. Warning. Errors detected in the data management system. Estimated time required for update. 5 years, 1 day.
That is rather longer than we were hoping. Aren't there any other options? For instance, using this terminal to operate Tiamat's restraints instead?
The proposed method is indeed an option. Please be warned, however, that the procedure may have changed as a result of the system update, and my instructions may no longer be accurate.
Well, I can't imagine it will have changed all that much. As long as we pay due attention to any discrepancies, I dare say we shall be able to muddle our way through. Don't bother trying to explain, just tell me if we've made any progress. I would say so, yes. It does, however, require that I remain here to operate the terminal. I shall inform you via link pearl once I'm ready to release the shackles. It might be best if you left the spirit vessel with me. I may yet have use for it. Rest assured, I'll be certain to return it to Grahatia once this is over. Okay. It's creepy holding this thing anyway. Just a little more work, and Tiamat will be free. But before we go any further, there is something I would know. When Tiamat and her kin fought against the Allagan Empire, both sides were but dancing to the tune of the Ascians. And it was the same in Ishgard, where they stoked the fires of conflict between man and dragon from the shadows. All that the Ascians touch turns to ash, and thus have you made it your mission to fight them. But there have been times when you tried to reach out to them instead, to find common ground. And so I must ask, what do you intend to do with Fandaniel? Will you try and reach out to him too? Enemy or no, I want to understand him. I will try, yes, and if that fails, I'll remember him. Certainly, after I've wiped the smile off his face. Don't know how possible that is. It's very smiley, that one. This gets the point across, I think. I see little point in reasoning with the wretch, or remembering him for that matter. But perhaps that's the difference between you and me. You see the good in people, even if it be but the faintest glimmer. I only hope you do not come to rue your benevolence. You think us unwise for viewing the world thus? Far from it. That has ever been your way, as I learned when we journeyed together with Iceheart. Yet the fact remains that there are some who view compassion as a weakness to be exploited, and there may come a time when you extend the hand of friendship only to wish that you had dealt the killing blow. So, save your mercy for those who deserve it. There's some wisdom in that. Well, we should be getting back to our task. If Alphino has things in hand here, I suggest we rejoin the others. Okay. Stay safe. Mind the orb. Okay, back to the group. All right, gang, I return. With good news. How go things here? So the spirit vessel proved useful after all. Excellent. If this Fandaniel truly is without reason or creed, he's no better than a rabid dog. Treat with him if you must, but be ready to do what is necessary. I feel like I have proven I can get that kind of job done as needed, historically. But I'll keep it in mind, thank you. Estinian told me all as well, but nothing more. Honestly, it's like getting blood out of a stone with him. I take it from Alphino's absence that he's needed elsewhere. He is minding the orb and typing in the computer. Well, that all sounds rather frustrating, but you got there in the end. While you were off talking to nodes, Graha and I were learning as much as we could about Tiamat's condition. Our readings confirmed that her ethereal balance leans strongly towards the umbral, as was the case with the kobolds. Therefore, all other things being equal, the treatment should work. The difficulty lies in the sheer quantity of ether with which we must contend. Multiple applications of the treatment will inevitably be required if we are to reverse the effects of the tempering completely. Meaning, I'll need all the ether I can get. Thank you in advance. Although this endeavor will ask much of us, we do have one reason to be optimistic. Namely, that Tiamat shows no signs of fanatical devotion, suggesting a milder case of tempering than that suffered by the kobolds. Tiamat saw Bahamut as an equal rather than a god. Might that have made a difference? Now that you mention it, it very well might. She would not have believed it necessary to defer to his will. But enough talk. It's time to put our theories to the proof. Tell Alphino to disengage the restraint's ethereal dampers. I'm counting on you, Angelo.
Ah, such warmth. The frost that shroudeth my soul doth begin to thaw. But what are these? Visions of days long forgotten, of war with the men of Alec. Wherefore do such baleful memories return to me now?
Could it be that the process of restoring her soul to its pre-tempered state is awakening ancient memories? Or might the opposite be true? If so, by helping her to recall the past, we may be able to speed her recovery. Dermot, she trusts you. Speak to her. Ask her to tell you of times past. Tell me of Bahamut and the Ascians. Tell me of your war with the men of Aleg. I'd love to hear both. But if I have to choose one, this one.
Wicked, bloodthirsty creatures. Not content with their own lands, they brought fire and death to Mericidia, our home. The tale began when Bahamut and I left our father's side. We took wing in search of a place to make our eyrie. Beyond the southern ocean, we discovered a lush and fertile land. It would come to be known as Mericidia by the children of men, though many years were to pass before they crossed the seas. Upon our arrival, we were welcomed by the peaceful people of the forest, kin to the trees. Surrounded by nature's bounty, Bahamut and I had found a place to raise our young.
Fascinating. This correlates with the writings of the Sharlayan scholar Rurusha. She posits that man first settled on the southern continent toward the end of the Second Astral Era. Correctly, it would appear. If only she were with us to hear the tale from Tiamat herself. Again, Angelo.
When first the children of man arrived on our shores, no foot did they set in those places over which we held dominion. Such was their fear of dragonkind. And as they kept their distance, so did we let them be. Yet, as the days went by, ship after ship appeared upon the horizon, bearing ever more of their brethren, who divided the vast land amongst themselves. For a time, they knew peace and prosperity. But as their numbers grew, the smaller their share came to seem, and soon they began to covet the territory of their fellows. Ere long, man fought man, blood was answered with blood, and none could see an end to the strife. Until, one day, they came to us. Recognizing our wisdom, they entreated us to intercede in their conflicts. Bahamut agreed, and with him presiding over the affairs of men, the land knew peace once more. Alas, those golden days of harmony, too, were fated to end. For the men of Aleg slew my beloved, and I, in my rage and sorrow, heeded the envenomed word of the Ascians. The rest thou knowest only too well.
But your tale doesn't have to end there. When you're free, we'll rid the world of the Ascians together, and you and your beloved will have justice. Fine sentiments, but you're almost spent. I'll keep watch from above. If the treatment fails, run. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I swear, when this is over... Keep going, Alice. The magic is working. It's going pretty good so far, seems like, and we're getting good dragon stories. Slowly but surely, the magic is working, aided no doubt by the memories you bade her share. If she wants to keep going, I'll not say no. Well, I knew this wasn't going to be easy. No patient could have prepared me for treating a great worm. But we're close. I can feel it. And while I've only got a few more drops of ether left to give, with yours and Graha's, this will work. Then I believe I speak for both of us when I say that you may take as much as you require. Careful, I might hold you to that. All right, here I go.
No! I'm almost there! This is it, Angelo!
Yes, I feel it. The icon's grip groweth weak.
Did it work?
We won't know for certain until the shackles are removed.
Answer me this, children of man. Can my kindred be saved in like manner?
Many have been subjected to the Allagan's dark arts, their flesh irrevocably altered. For such tortured souls, I fear there can be no salvation.
My children. Should you hearken unto my call, we shall fly together once more. But should you not, I shall grant you peace. Better to die than live as a tool of evil. You too would wish this, I know. And I shall do as I must.
When that time comes, you won't be alone. We'll stand by you.
Thou hast my gratitude, little one.
Alphino's ready. It's time. Do it. And let's hope the treatment worked as it should.
Bahamut, my beloved. For vengeance and atonement, I rise.
By the gods!
Urianger, your timing could not be better. Understood, we're on our way. It's Bahamut. He's been sighted over Pagalthan. He flies for the largest Amalta settlement in the region, at the head of a vast host, including dragons.
Did you hear all that, Alphino? You'd best rejoin your comrades. I'll make my own way. Our enemy awaits. Shall we?
We'll come later. Don't wait up. I'll be fine. Plenty of time to recover on the airship. Proud of you, bud. While I'm sure you're desperate to join Estinian and Tiamat in battle, 'twould be wiser to gather the full strength of the Scions first. The foe we face demands no less. Boy, too right. And also, you're offering me food as well. Everyone's giving Derman snacks these days. Smoked chicken, pineapple salad, broad bean curry. Curry sounds kind of nice, actually. Well, Derman's going to have a quick snack, and I will see you next time for some more Shadowbringers patches, of which there's not much left. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.